And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Lunar, the Silver Star Story complete. I'm your host, the RPG guy, and so we got the bromide. We ended up leveling once, too, well, trying to fight my way in and out of there. That's just, it's just gonna happen, because you have to fight to get to the middle of that mine. So, worked out. Now it's time for us to get back.
The grindery is like Kyle, big and slow. We'll reach Vane long before Ghaleon does.
Jeez. Jessica never gives that dude a break. No wonder why they're always angry. They never let each other have a moment.
That must be why they're so perfect together. There it is! The grindery!
But how are we supposed to get inside of it? We won't know that until we're close enough to look for an entrance. Jess, I know you're still nervous about flying, but you have to bring us in.
I'm not nervous about flying. I'm nervous about whatever defenses that thing has.
Hey, that's a good, sensible judgment call there.
No good, Kyle. It's shielded by a magical barrier. You might as well be trying to dig through a mountain with the toothpick.
Ghaleon, you coward. We should have known he was afraid of a fair fight.
Excuse me, but has anyone noticed the direction in which the grindery is moving? If I'm not mistaken, its current course is to Athena's tower. No! Ghaleon created the grindery not to terrorize the land, but to destroy Athena, and their combined power is unquestionably enough to do just that. No, I don't believe it. Athena created the world. Ghaleon could never hold that kind of power. But even if you're right, Mia, there's nothing we can do to stop it. There is, Jessica, but you have to take us to Vane. What? We have to get there before the grindery does. Every second is precious. Come on, Jessica, let's go. Okay. As you can see, Mother, we don't have any other choice. The only way for us to stop the grindery is to use the true power of Vane. You're right, Mia. I'm proud of you for being able to make such a difficult decision. Tell me, Mia, why isn't Nash here to offer his support to you in this darkest hour?
I don't think he has the guts to face you, Lemia.
Kyle! Nash is at the transmission spring, helping to evacuate the city. I appreciate his efforts, Jessica, but I believe Kyle's theory also has merit. I don't blame Nash either. Any respect I once held for him has been lost. Oh, Mother, please don't say that. He knows that he made a grave mistake. Enough, Mia. This isn't the time or place to discuss this matter. Alex, please retrieve Nash. Mia, begin your preparations to enter the Silver Spire. Alright, so we're given some sort of control here. And strangely enough... Hold on, let me see here. I believe two things. Let me see if this works now. There's the Mia's bromide number 2. Which, if you don't get it now, you'll miss it. And we'll run that just for you guys. Ho, 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 it's magic, you know. Cannot believe it's not so. I don't know the words. Alright. So we got that. And see, there's still a few people here. Everyone stay calm and maintain order. I repeat, stay calm. Alex, did you finish your talk?
Yes, we came to get you. We're going into the Silver Spire.
The Silver Spire, that means Mia's... Oh, no. No! Come on, Alex, we have to hurry. Whatever you say, buddy. Really quick, too, while we're here. These are probably no good anymore, but let's hold off for the moment. Gotta make that room. Which I believe at this point we've done. We can get rid of that staff. We can probably get rid of all staves, but I'm going to keep one just for safe keepings here. Alright, we'll get a chance to buy more stuff, I believe, in a moment. I don't want to burn money now, per se. I mean, we could. Well, we could. Does mean getting rid of my healing rings and the Wrath ring. I'm debating on this in my head, guys. But let's leave it alone for now. Nash, you must help me. I ask you not as the head of the Magic Guild, but as a mother, a very concerned mother. Of course, Your Majesty, Lemia. I would do anything for her. I would give up my own life. Now, you must both stay alive, because you and she are the future of the Magic Guild. I understand, Lemia. In other words, bitch, you don't get to choose to die. Oops, wrong building. Humana, 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 hum. Excellent. We're all here. Give me a moment to open the door into the tower. Mia, do you realize what we're about to unleash? Do you realize what could happen to Vane? Of course I do, Nash. This isn't an easy choice to make, but it's the only choice we have left. I need you to believe in me, Nash. Now, more than ever. Of course, Mia. Of course I do. Thank you, Nash. It's time. Open Sazmi. In the name of the goddess Althena, I banish the magical seal placed upon this door. We must hurry. I can already hear the grindery approaching. You don't say. Now, I want to say, hold on one second, before... I'm trying to make sure I don't miss this point where I can actually do some stuff, because that would be kind of lame if I missed out on it. Not that we wouldn't get another chance again later, but again... Okay, no, we can't do it yet. Alright. Don't worry. But there's a period where we can get some cool stuff, and we can reorganize our inventory to fill it pretty much with all the starlights. How many starlights? All the starlights. In the name of the Ausa dynasty, I send you the power of my heritage. Accept it now and release the power of Vane in order to save our world. Holy shit, it's like real magic.
Hold on a sec. Why did we have to cast a spell to enter this room?
Because it's this place. The magical power of Vane can be fully unleashed. And access to that kind of enormous power must be strictly controlled. Alex, Coyle, Jessica, Nash, and Noel. Focus your thoughts upon me. Allow me to use the strength of your hearts and minds. Let's show Ghaleon the strength of the people of Vane.
I've never said no to a girl before, and I'm not about to start now.
I know you can do this, Mia. Make your mother proud.
We're ready, Mia, but what are you going to do?
Here he comes. Nash is pooping himself. Come on, Mia. You can do this.
I wonder what she's gonna do. It can't be that big of a deal, you know. It's probably just something trivial, something small, something predictable, you know, the little things in life.
Look, it's the floating Sim City world.
When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Dildo cannons ready. Holy shit, it's like real magic. Is it special beam cannon?
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Holy shit! Get some! Uh-oh. The black splooge, no! Oh boy. Everybody hang on, except you, Nash. We could care less about you. Well, there's something you don't see every day. Well, everybody died. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you for this wonderful playthrough of Lunar the Silver Star. Oh, of course we're alive. Come on. You know we're here. You know we made it. Nobody hits me with black jizz and lives. Mia, be strong.
Are you okay? I'm fine. Dizzy, but fine.
Well, I do believe that was the most exciting tie in the history of magical combat.
And the fun's just begun, hasn't it, Mia? We were able to shatter the shield around the grindery, but we did no damage to the grindery itself. We'll have to enter it in order to stop it.
Alex, let's use the white dragon wings and get out of here.
Right, let's go, everyone. So, we're gonna do that, but we're gonna do it on my terms, son. So first things first, the question is where to go first. Let's go to... Where is, Lon?
So very sorry, Vane. I never believed I would play a part in this sad fate.
Hey, shit happens when you party naked, alright? It's just the way it goes. Alright, so... Do that just out of habit. Alex, I was hoping you stopped by. The other day, a fisherman down at the docks was cleaning a fish when he found this inside its stomach. We don't know what it is, but we guessed that you might be able to determine its purpose. And it's Ghaleon's tear. It's an interesting item. Now, we only got that because we went here and talked to this dude earlier in the game. Now, the Ghaleon's tear lets you use a singular attack instead of having multiple attacks. It is a singular attack that hits all enemies. This is debatably a good item. I tend to find it as a hit and miss kind of an item. It's definitely not as good as some of the other stuff that's out there. And I think we did everything to get all of it, though I could be wrong. But Ghaleon's Tear is interesting to give. If you really need to give it to somebody, though, I guess your best candidate might be Nash. And that's under the assumption you want to use his melee attack for anything. His melee attack is pretty freaking terrible. It's 123 versus everybody else doing a lot more. Now, in all fairness, it hits every target, but you're better off using his magic anyway. So I'm kind of one of those anti-Ghaleon Tier guys. There are some people, depending on the version that you play, who have actually pointed out there are some better versions of it, and that's very debatable. But it has more to do with like status effects attached to weapons more than it actually has to do with the weapon themselves. And it's up to you how you want to interpret that. I don't think it's that great. I want to say one of the characters has a weapon that does instant death at a certain point of the game. But again, it's like so late in the game that you're better off just dealing with them the way you have been than relying on the Ghaleon's Tear to instant kill stuff. Because it's like many games with instant death attacks, it doesn't work almost ever. I thought she gave us something. Maybe I forgot to do something. So maybe, yeah, okay, well, we're not going to get that item, which kind of sucks. Thought she gave us the Gale ring, but well, I must not have talked to her at a certain point. So first time you come here, make sure you talk to her. I'm sure that's where I screwed up. The Gale ring's really good. It adds an extra attack to anybody who has it equipped. But in that same breath of saying that, we'd have to dump the barrier ring or the refresher ring. So yeah. No, sir, I don't like it. I don't buy it. It's not, it is good. Don't get me wrong. It really, really is a good item. So it sucks that we missed out on that, but I wasn't that reliant on getting it anyway. Whoops. Didn't go down the right peninsula there. We need to now get to the top of, I believe it's Damon's Spire, as we'll get an item from him. Catches is I don't think there's a shortcut. Which means we gotta probably fight all the enemies again, I think. It's empty! I believe we're gonna have to fight our way up there. I'm gonna avoid almost all the enemies anyway, because there's just no point in fighting them. They're so pathetic and weak, but yeah, but all the pathways should be unlocked, so all we gotta do is just casually make our way up there. So I'm gonna make our way to the top of the spire here. So bear with me. Okay, made it to the top here without actually having to fight anything. The history of our world has ended, Mia, but it shall never be forgotten. Thank you so much, Damon. And there we go. We get the Hell Ring. Let's take a look at it. There it is. Halves NP consumption. So this is a big deal. Anything that reduces NP consumption is A-okay by me. And more specifically, it's A-okay if we give it to our healer. So giving it to her, which will mean that we have to drop her wisdom down 10 points. I'm okay with that. Now her healing magic, reviving, everything she's going to do is going to be half the MP. Quite literally, regular heals are 2, 8, 5 for the full heal, 6 for the Saint Litany. We won't use that. We use that rarely. And 10 MP to resurrect. That's a really good trade-off. You could give it to Mia, because her spells in general are insanely, ridiculously expensive. But the reality of it is that you need your healer alive and never once stopping from healing. The minute she stops healing is the minute you could die. So I find that that ring on Jessica is a must get. Now there's no special conditions for doing that. Just do it. Just go back to Damon's Spire and get it done. So with that said, we are now going to do some last minute preparation here. to get a few items and stuff like that, we're going to heal up too. And kind of dump stuff we don't need, because we got a handful of that as well. I did some sorting while I was in Damon's Spire anyway, so I gave characters at least 2 heal berries. If I gave Kyle a bit more, because he's not holding anything relevant. And everybody's got 1 angel tier, which is kind of overkill. You probably don't need it as much as I'm making it seem like I do. But yeah, and then the idea is we're going to sell pretty much the rest of our healing nuts. We're also going to get rid of, I don't know. We may as well get rid of the healing rings. They're kind of done. If you're barely hanging on by 10 to 12 HP, then I think you've got deeper problems, if that makes any sense. I just don't see it being a valid setup. So keeping these is kind of ridiculous. The angel rings are a tough decider here, because they are very useful. They're pretty much, they'll heal up all your HP and MP when you die. But that means you got to give up something that's on a character ring-wise currently. I have in the past, and in very low-level playthroughs of this, used those angel rings in like the final dungeon. So it might be something we want to consider. I say that very loosely, but it is something we might want to consider keeping. Just look at it like this. For every item we keep in our inventory that we're not using is a spot that could go to a frickin' starlight. We will keep the Ghaleon's tier, though. I'm not throwing that away. We can't throw away the fire or flame ring for some reason. So, for the sake of this, we'll get rid of these 4 items. We'll keep the angel rings. We'll keep these 2 items. And I'll sell all the berries, and then literally, and we'll, you know, we can probably get rid of the dragonfly wing as well. At this point, it's not necessary. We can just warp out with magic if we can. So we'll get rid of the wing, we'll get rid of the nuts, and we'll get rid of most of the accessory, ringed accessories. So yeah, we'll get rid of the fire cane, the wrath ring, as much as I want to keep it. This is no good to us anymore, the 2 healing rings. We can't sell the dragon ring either, so don't bother. So let's go ahead and sell that, and we'll sell the dragonfly wing. And then what we want to do is fill this up with starlights. So this guy doesn't have them to sell, so we got to go somewhere to a dude that sells them, which is fine. That's in the black market. And you may even want to consider filling up the characters. However, no, don't fill up the characters, because once you fill up Null won't be able to carry the items we find in the dungeons coming up. And some of that stuff's the best stuff in the game. So, with that said, we're not going to fill up the characters, because the reality is money is negligible now. We're so filthy stinking rich, it doesn't matter, you know. So I'm not that worried about, you know, running out of money, and you shouldn't. So let's go ahead and buy starlights till Null can't carry anything more inside his tiny cat butt. Filling. Because this is the deal. When we're in the next dungeons and whatnot, we are free to literally burn these things like they're going out of style. So the characters all have room in their inventories, but Null's butt is filled with nothing but starlights. If you look inside his anal cavity, it's like going on Space Mountain at Disneyland. Look at all that starlight. Okay, and then these are items you can't drop, which is kind of silly. Why can't we get rid of that? You know, why can't we get rid of that? I guess because of the red chest, but which we opened all those anyway. So, all right. So this is as prepared as we can get. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a save, because saving's your friend. Saving is always your friend. Making a save. And the best part is all the weird bromides in the game, we don't even have to worry about. That's right. We've gotten every bromide so far to this point, and then there's 3 left, but you can get them all at endgame for like nothing. So you buy them. So, that, like, we've gotten all the hard stuff. I guess the Gale ring I missed out on, but I apologize about that, which kind of sucks, but I don't really rely on it anyway. So, yeah. Alright, so with that said, there's nowhere else to really go and get anything special. So let's go ahead to Althener's Shrine here. I guess I could have just gone to the Spring of Transmission. That's really where I should put my save. Because what's coming up is a point of no return. If you save... Let me give you an example. If you save in the next dungeon, you're stuck there. It can be an end game for you. I don't think we're going to run into a problem, per se, because I just don't see that being a problem. I think we'll be fine. But just to be safe, we'll save, and we'll be good to go. Oh, and there's a lot of enemy repeats in here. There's a few new enemies, maybe a couple, but the new enemies aren't that big of a threat, so as long as you know how to approach them.
Amazing, isn't it? The closer you are to this rolling turd, the uglier it gets.
Alex, how do we get inside? I don't see any doors.
Here comes the peanut gallery.
One group of ugly mother scratchers straight ahead. Compliments of Ghaleon.
I hope you fight as well as you swear, Kyle.
Yeah, really. Because they wanted this to not be too raunchy. Alright, just go all out. No reason to hold back. No reason to show these clowns any mercy. What am I doing? No reason to show them any mercy whatsoever, except for Kyle and Jessica, because she can't reach.
Check this out.
She has no damaging skills, and Kyle's skills aren't going to work here that well, so... Get some! 7 grand XP. Oh my god!
That's good stuff right there.
I'm suddenly not having any fun. Alex, this is useless. Ghaleon must have legions of monsters lined up in there. We have to get inside and cut them off at the source.
But how, Nash? We'll be lucky to survive the next battle.
Bullshit.
We're ripped like Hulk Hogan, brother. We will show these fools no mer-
Uh-oh, upgraded versions of nipple yankers. Flee! No, they're not called nipple yankers this time around.
Give him the shocker. Will I give him the spocker?
You go, Jessica.
Nice.
Clean and sharp. And Nash gained a level. Yay. We need to burn the items we just picked up as soon as we get a chance. So, yeah. That'll be a crab baskets.
We're surrounded.
Alex, it's been an honor and a privilege to fight beside you. Too bad you were such a wuss. We couldn't finish as winners.
We were so close, Alex. Don't give up yet, all of you. My dad was in a fight for 7 days and he never quit.
Your dad also wasn't fighting an army of monsters, Jessica. Alex, I don't want to die. Those were arrows.
What the?
Alex, over there. It's Rick James. I mean,
Dragon Master, are you alright? Tempest!
Has anyone told you that you're gorgeous?
Hey there, sweet pants. I thought you only had eyes for me.
The Prairie Tribe will never forget what you all did for us. We'll fend off the monsters.
Well, you find the Magic Emperor and fulfill your destiny.
Alright.
thanks, Tempest.
There will be a time for thanks when the Emperor lies dead at your feet. Now go! Sounds like a plan, brother.
Fucking Kyle goes in there first. Hey, that's a lot of XP. I'm not a person to say no to that, but I am a person to figure out where the starlights went. They went, okay, in each of their inventories. So, obviously we're going to use them just to recover. Because, yeah, reasons. There we go. And then we have a healing nut, which we'll just use on Alex at some point. So, woo-wee! So many places to go. Lots of enemies. Lots and lots and lots of enemies. So we got these robot dudes. These robot. I have a few friends that say robot. You mean robot? And, of course, we've got some regular guys in here. And so, magic machines, huh? I would say give them the shocker. And then go for the regular melee, I would say would be fine. We'll find out if it's enough damage. It should be. Well, okay, maybe not. Did I done goof? I done goofed. Alright, so, yeah, that was a mistake. Should have added a little bit more to that. Hopefully Mia gets a turn in before they do. Oh, she did. So at least it'll kill one of the... Okay, got one of the magic machines. It's better than sweet kick. Better than a kick to the nuts, but... Yeah, we'll have to focus a bit more on the magic machines because they're they hit a bit harder. We could just keep using Alex's flash cut, but it's a little pricey to keep using it over and over again. So I would highly recommend against it. But we should be able to just bash these ones the rest of the way out. They didn't do a lot of damage, so I'm not too worried about the overall issues here fighting them. Alright! Got 4 grand XP, I'm not gonna complain. Lots of enemies, guys. A lot of the same enemies. So let me clear out all those enemies we've seen so far. There's like 5 or 6 battles of these guys, and if I come up with a better tactic, I'll either show it to you or I'll explain it to you guys. So give me one moment. It's time to take these guys on a trip to Murder Town. All right, so we cleaned out pretty much a lot of enemies, and so from the entrance here, I'll show you where we were. This is the entrance over here. And leveling wise, we're getting there. Enemies give good XP, so yeah, no reason to leave any behind. So from the entrance, I came up over here. There's a dude here, fought him. There's a healing nut. Yay! And then we fought a whole bunch of those steam robot dudes through here. And there's a little entrance thingy here. This will get explained in due course, of course. And then there was the 2 enemies on the left side, and then that was really it. So there was about 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies on this floor. But entering one of these does that. That's literally all it does. Not fascinating in the slightest. So what we need to do is, I believe it's this one, which will lead to, I believe, a room full of enemies. Yep. So we'll deal with them after we grab another healing nut. And so yeah, let me let's end this group of enemies here. All right, there we go, and then we'll go through here. It should take us, I think, to the final big room of this floor. There's just a handful of floors to this dungeon. So no, you can see what they've done. What has science done? That's right, that's a dragon arm or dragon leg there. What could it possibly be? That the grindery might be powered by, oh, I don't know, the dragons? It's kind of fucked up. It's like using a bunch of red pandas to power your evil death fortress. Yeah, feel bad. Okay, so there's no reason to keep the old items. So what we could do to keep our inventory open is just drop this stuff. It's up to you if you really want to. You can hold on to it, but we can't give it to Null as he's full. So we're just going to drop it as it's just taking up space. Because we did put on make sure we put on the best item here. Yeah. So I'm just going to drop it. It's not like we don't have 309 grand to work with. I can't make it work with that. I can't make it work at all. Alright. And then there's just the one enemy fight here, so let's just kill him like the rest. Alright, let's keep moving here, because this next floor is a little wonky, so... Be prepared. So this is pretty much an enemy floor. No joke, it's all enemies all day, all the time. The thing with this floor is really that you have to get from one end of the floor to the other. There's a little offside area. Now here's the deal is, what have you guys, if you guys have not learned a damn thing from me in any of my Let's Plays, what have you learned? Fight everything. Unless it is some weird wonky enemy that would one-shot you, or you're in an area you're not supposed to be. My answer, fight everything. And you bet your ass that's what we're going to do here. We're going to fight everything. There's lots of enemies here. There's only one chest, which is really easy to find because you can't miss it. And that's the only thing on this floor. So everything else, if my memory serves me right, is just open space. There's one little hallway area thingy, but that's really it. And I might show that to you if it's even relevant. Taking the little path tunnel things here, kind of just, they get you a little closer, but not anything substantial. So again, it's kind of useless. So here's the silver light, which we want to give to Null. So we need to use Starlight to make room for Null. We'll put it on Nash there, because we want to keep these in the wings ready to go when we need them. The other thing is give Kyle that. Kind of even out some of them berries because we're running out. Like I said, we got to keep our room relatively open here. So you can see there's an opening there. You know, there's a big open area here with several enemies. You know, there's an area down here. This is the little mini hallway I was telling you about here, that has a singular enemy, maybe two in it. And then this other area brings us out to another big open room with a bunch of enemies in it. So what's the solution? Kill them all. And that's what I'm going to do. And for the sake of me just, you know, you guys don't want to see me sit here and just use the same 4 strategies to fight all these enemies. Again, if you're lower level or you're speedrunning, you can obviously go the direction I'm going. The direction I'm actually going will get you. This is the fastest route to get to the next floor. I'll actually show that to you guys right here after this fight in real time, since I'm sure that might be more interesting than me running around fighting everything. Then after that, I could walk around the whole zone and just kind of tell you where everything was, enemy-wise, because it's really just all enemy fighting. That's all that's here on this floor. And like I said, that's why we bought all those silver lights, so we can sit here and just fight them all until to our heart's content. It's free XP, it's free levels. There's our first level of this dungeon. It's free levels. It's just the stronger we are going into the final boss, or bosses, the better our odds are in general for overall survival. Because the bosses in the boss fights, because there's several of them approaching the end of the game, a lot of them are really cheap, and it doesn't matter what level you are, to a degree, but the higher level you are, the easier, more forgiving those fights can be. And then I can sit here and say I fought at least every enemy in the game once, except for the ones in that stupid forest leading to you guys remember, leading to the Althena bathing area for the ladies, because that's a stupid area. But we did get the chest there, so I could argue and say we've gotten every chest in the game. So far, that is true. We have gotten every chest, I believe, in this game, especially since I made up for the one I almost went past in the mines. So we're getting there. So yeah, I want to show you in real time where the exit to this floor is while I go around and murder everything and everyone. So yeah, just give me a second. Let me just deal with these fools. So yeah, do that, and then everybody else can kind of just hang back the rest of the fight. Get some! Another reason too, if you're low level, this is a great way to gain some XP, is fighting these dudes with Starlight. I haven't used any of the Starlights we brought yet. Think of it like that. Haven't used a single one. And some of the enemies have been dropping Starlights and heal nuts. So, yeah, we've been doing pretty good. And you can see blue dragon's tail down there, which makes you feel sad. This will take you to the next floor here. So that I just showed you the fastest route to getting there. So let me clear out this floor. Let me show you where I am XP wise, since Alex just leveled. We're at 70,000. Just say 71,000. And so we'll take a look and see where he's at, or if he even levels. Because if he levels, that means it's totally worth fighting all the enemies here. So we'll be right back. And I might have to wash the blood off my face. Alright, so we took all those dudes on a one-way express trip to Murder Town, and Alex went from 71 to 39, so I would argue that he made about 30 grand of XP just on this floor. So again, if you're thinking of levels and stuff, you know, that might be worth fighting. So yeah, nothing too interesting on this floor except for the scene we saw here, which was the blue dragon's tail submerged in some kind of weird goo. Yeah, I feel bad for him. He's putting them dragons to work. So here we are on another floor here. And we've got a new enemy type, it looks like. And there's the back of a dragon. Yeah, you can see a dragon down below. It looks like the black dragon, maybe. So let's fight one of these dudes. And again, like I said, I'm fighting everybody. Primarily because it's all about getting that delicious XP. As we now got the tank golem here. I want to say they're magic weakened. Let's go with that setup with that. Since I'm pretty sure Kyle can reach. I don't know if Alex can reach that other nipple yanker upgrade. Okay, so they're not weak to magic, but it definitely hurt them. Hurt the, you know, they didn't resist it, which is good. So one of those dudes gone, and this dude will be dead. I don't think Mia with Blizzard's gonna kill the two of them, so we might get a kill on the bottom one. Okay, we did. And then look who! And then we'll get the gang up kill on this one. Alright. Not a lot of XP in that fight, though. The other fights were giving out good XP. That was not good XP. So this will actually get us deeper into the dungeon here. Going over there. There's this dude here. Should be a tray. Yep. And it's a delicious silver light, which we will use one there on Nash. So we can make room for the new silver light. I don't want the silver lights in the characters' hands in case they get confused and then they end up using one. So yeah, so there's a bunch of these tank dudes. As you saw, there was some. There's an entrance on the right side that all it does is it leads over to here, I believe. So it's not that useful. So let me clean out all these little enemies in this area so we can move on here in a good, happy, fun-filled way. Because, yeah, they're just running around every which way. So let's go take care of these enemies, and then we'll keep exploring. Alright, so, sweet. Let's keep moving. And we have these two different things to enter here. And really, they both kind of lead to the same big room. It's just one gets you closer to an item than the other, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe it'd be this one. As you can even see where it takes you to. So it'd kind of be weird. Why wouldn't you go for it first? And we get the stone bracelet, which I think is an upgrade for Nash. Because he's actually been at a party for a while with no new gear. And that's going to up his wisdom. Finally. That's why it's better to hold out for this bracelet than the other ones. We can drop the starry bracelet. That way we have room. And yeah, I need to go on another murder spree. So sit back, relax, and let me enjoy the slaughter. I mean, I just worry I'm going to bore you guys with just constant battle. Alright, let's keep moving. But again, this is another open area with lots and lots of enemies ruttering around here. There's one over there. There's the two down there. There's one in this room here, and I don't think it really leads anywhere relevant, so it's kind of silly. There's these two here. And this will lead us to, I believe, down here, and I believe there's a chest down there, I think. So let me kill these dudes and then we'll keep moving. Alright, so we killed them, and Alex is about 6 grand from leveling, so pretty good XP wise so far. And we get another angel ring, something I could care less about. So here's what I'm going to do is the exit to this floor is down past this tank. So we'll take out all the enemies on this floor since you've kind of seen everything that's here. Really, yeah, that's the exit there. And I'm going to get some of that delicious Kentucky Fried XP. We'll see you guys after my murder spree and my bloodthirst has been quenched. Alright, cleaned out this whole area. We're ready to move on to the next floor. And again, this is a floor, it only has one item on it, and you can't really miss it. But yeah, it's another one of these big, giant open rooms. And it's full of concentrated enemy rage that we're just going to be killing to get XP off of. Because I'm just now starting to tap into my original Starlight supply. Alright, we're going to keep moving here. And we'll head into this, which should take us to this little hallway with enemies in it. So let me clear out these guys as well. With murder. Alright, so we have 2 options. We'll just go... I don't know. Let's go this one. Just to clear out what's here, because I think there's one... Nope, there's 2 enemies here. I thought there was only 1. Alright, well. Kill them like the rest. Alright. In we go. And then this will be a big old room here. So, yeah. Let's deal with this room. Let me clear out these enemies real quick. Okay. Let's keep moving. In we go. Oh no. Poor Quarkinator. That's fucked up, son. I don't care who you are.
Alex, it's horrible.
I thought the white dragon was dead. Alex, what has Ghaleon done to him?
I'm sure he's done this to all the dragons. Yeah, we saw it earlier.
Ghaleon is drawing upon the power of the dragons to fuel the grindery. He's sucking the life out of them. It's unbearable to even look at this.
What a sick little bastard. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Ghaleon has turned the dragon born to protect Althena against her. How can we possibly fight an evil drawing in this kind of power?
How can we? Don't you mean how can't we? You've all seen the horrors that Ghaleon has inflicted on our world. Viewing this latest atrocity should only strengthen your resolve to defeat him.
You're right, Nash, for once. We have to stop this cretin, and we have to stop him now.
Let's go, Alex.
As we are stuck fighting another enemy, but let's grab the insane shield. We'll put that on put that on Kyle. Put that in this storage. And then have Kyle equip the insane shield. Because it's just freaking insane, y'all. So, is it a reference? Are they saying that Kyle's insane? They might be. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and tackle this dude. Alright, let's keep moving, guys. Oh, man, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Whew.
What is this, Alex? It looks like a park.
In the heart of the grindery. It doesn't make any sense.
It has to be a trap, Kyle, doesn't it?
Oh, happy day.
I love flowers, plants, and trees. I care for them here to please Emperor Ghaleon.
Ghaleon likes flowers?
The magic emperor who's trying to take over the world?
Oh, Luna, huh? Yeah, there's a very nice girl called Luna being held in this palace. Emperor Ghaleon likes pixies, so he had the Vile tribe capture us for his garden. It's beautiful and peaceful here, but it's still a prison.
That's right. No matter how beautiful Ghaleon makes it here, you're still prisoners. I'm not doing these voices anymore, I'm sorry. Not for these pixies.
I'm so happy Emperor Ghaleon invited you to join us here.
This is the beefy one, right?
Are you really that far off in La La Land? Reality check, he wants to kill us. Zenobia is very cool. We all chafe at her wicked manner. But Ghaleon must be something in her, see something in her. He seems to enjoy your company. As evil as Ghaleon has become, it's not really saying much.
Oof. Such harsh criticism, guys. Well, they might be onto something about some of that. Hamana. Oh, the master didn't mention that we would have new visitors today. I tend the garden for him. He finds nothing more beautiful than a towering tree or a fragrant flower. I remember Ghaleon giving me flowers when I was just a little girl. The Ghaleon you knew as a child is dead, Mia. He's the Magic Emperor now. Yeah, that's a thing. Have you come to beg Ghaleon to spare your miserable lives? That's a good attitude. Won't be long until the Magic Emperor rules the world. With the grindery at its magnificent centerpiece.
We are here to beg for anything. We're here to bring this monstrosity crashing down around Ghaleon's ugly mug.
That's not far from the truth. But yeah, so it's interesting. This is a very contrasting idea for a villain to have a beautiful little area. He's, treats everybody here rather well. It's the Zenobia and Royce that seem to be kind of the jackasses and problematic ones. So, very interesting. Well, holy freaking cajoles, guys. This is a good place for us to stop. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. When we come back, we're going to try to bring this sucker down. You don't want to miss that. We'll see you guys then. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.